In our lifetime, we absorb facts, information, and skills. We get our theoretical and practical understanding through education and experience. It's called knowledge. Welcome to television's longest-running high school quiz show, Knowledge Bowl. Let's join two of our 16 competing Northeast Michigan high schools and our host, Astrid Fitzpatrick, for today's match.
Hello and welcome to Knowledge Bowl, Michigan's longest-running quiz show. I'm your host, Astrid Fitzpatrick. Today our game is between Standish Sterling and Rogers City. We'll start by introducing our teams, beginning with Standish.
Joe Gelman, senior.
Madison Schwab, junior.
Mackenzie Martin, sophomore.
Jonathan Dent, senior.
Grace Bowerson, senior. Katie Van Haren, junior.
Isabella Krajaleski, senior.
And they're joined by their coach, Jennifer Gelman. And our team from Rogers City.
I'm Bailey Budnick, I'm a senior.
Aaron Rummel, senior.
Phil Grambo, sophomore.
Alex Mocha, junior.
Austin Colorate, junior.
Mary Breggy, junior.
And they're joined by their coach, Dave Nowick. I'd also like to thank our judges for being here today, Matthew Fitzpatrick and Joey Griskowiak. Our first round is the toss-up round, but before we start that, here are the rules.
Round 1 is a toss-up format. A question will be asked and the first competitor to ring in has the opportunity to answer the question. If a correct answer is given, the team is awarded 10 points. No consulting is allowed. If the answer is incorrect, then the question goes to the opposing team to answer.
All right, let's get started. What is the largest city situated more than a mile above sea level? Alex?
Is it Denver, Colorado?
Sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Joe?
Aspen, Colorado.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was Mexico City. It was the year the Empire State Building was completed, the year the George Washington Bridge opened, linking New Jersey to New York, and the year the Hawley-Smoot Tariff was enacted. What year? Alex?
1927.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Madison?
1836.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was 1931. It is possible, of course, for a baseball team to win by a score of 1-0. How can a football team win by a score of 1-0? Phil?
They can.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Standish?
By a penalty?
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer is they can win if one team forfeits. The resulting image of this kind of photographic lens is extremely wide-angled. The image is circular with the elements in the center greatly enlarged. Which type of lens produces this effect? Jonathan?
Fisheye.
That's correct. A book surveying the American scene in the 1890s was called The Mauve Decade. What specifically does mauve mean? Aaron?
Gray.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Right, the correct answer was purple. Mauve is a different shade of purple. Many nations have state-owned airlines. Iberia Airlines is the state-owned airline of what nation? Aaron?
Spain.
That's correct. What was Lincoln's single absolute goal in fighting the Civil War? Joe?
Maintain the unification of the Union.
That's correct. There are 7 pedals on this orchestral instrument, which is set in a triangular frame and played by leaning it up against the right shoulder and plucking the strings with the fingers. Name it. Mackenzie?
The upright bass.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Aaron?
The harp.
That's correct. What is the greatest common factor of 16x squared and 40x cubed? Phil?
8x.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Joe?
8x squared.
That's correct. This essay is the source of the familiar statement, that government is best which governs least. Thoreau also put being true to oneself above being loyal to a man-made government. Tell me the essay's title. And the correct answer was On Civil Disobedience. Copper and silver are excellent ones. So are Zubin Mehta, C.G. Ozawa, and James Levine. What are we talking about? Jonathan?
Conductors.
That's correct. Which of these events did not occur in the same year as the other 4? The Persian Gulf War, Civil War in Yugoslavia, the Exxon Valdez oil spill, the collapse of the Soviet Union, or recession in the United States? Alex?
The recession in the United States.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Madison?
The Exxon oil spill?
That's correct. In 1989, the United Airlines jet lost a section of its fuselage over Hawaii, and the Exxon Valdez lost much of its oil in Prince William Sound. Both were investigated by the NTSB. What 4 words are abbreviated by NTSB? Alex?
The National Trade Security Board.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Joe?
The National Trade Safety Bureau.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was the National Transportation Safety Board. Okay, Nintendo put notices on all its games warning users with which disease that the flickering lights and small flashing... Joe?
Epilepsy.
That's correct. Which motion picture is based on a 1972 airplane crash in the Andes Mountains? Alex?
Alive.
That's correct. For what phase of a space flight does a spacecraft generally need a heat shield? Jonathan?
Re-entry into the atmosphere.
That's correct. 38 states legally define death as the lack of activity in what organ of the body? Joe?
Brain.
That's correct. A polygon is regular if and only if a circle inscribed in the polygon and a circle circumscribed about the polygon have the same what? Bailey?
Origin.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Joe?
Radius.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. The answer we were looking for was the center. It doesn't matter about being born in a duck yard as long as you are hatched from a swan's egg. From which story is this line taken? Aaron?
Ugly duckling.
That's correct. The mythological god Pan is supposed to be a creature of woods and fields. With which musical instrument is he associated? Aaron?
Flute.
Judges? He said flute. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Mackenzie?
The pan flute?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. The answer we were looking for was the pipe. Consider the equation y equals, open parenthesis, x plus 3, close parenthesis, to the 4th power. What is the final numerical value of y if the value of x is negative 5? Madison?
16.
That's correct. That's all we have for our first round. We'll be right back with some updated scores. Okay, welcome back. So far we've got Standish with a score of 90 and Rogers City with a score of 50. Our next round is the bonus round, but before we start that, here are the rules.
This is the bonus round. It consists of toss-up questions, as in round 1. However, this is the twist. The team answering correctly then gets 4 bonus questions. For each question answered correctly, a series of points will be awarded. Team members can consult, but only the team captain can answer the question. After an incorrect answer, the toss-up portion begins again for both teams.
What happens in the process of desalinization? Aaron?
Salt is removed from water.
That's correct. These questions are about salt. In his Last Supper, Leonardo da Vinci depicted what man as having just spilled the salt? And the correct answer was Judas. What's the claim to fame of Ugra, India? Aaron?
The Red Fort.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Joe?
Spices.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was the Taj Mahal. What fruit is the heart of pasta sauce? Alex?
Tomatoes.
That's correct. Okay, these are about American literature. The Prairie Years is a part of Carl Sandburg's biography of Robert Frost, John Steinbeck, Robert E. Lee, Abraham Lincoln, or Oliver Wendell Holmes. And the correct answer was Abraham Lincoln. Okay. This famous soldier and statesman was governor of Tennessee from 1827 to 1829. At one time, he was adopted into the Cherokee Nation. He became commander-in-chief of the Texas Army in 1835. He avenged the Texas deaths at the Alamo when he defeated the Mexican general Santa Anna at San Jacinto on April 21st, 1836. His nickname was the Raven. Can you name him? The correct answer was Sam Houston. By law, paint on new baby cribs must be free of what element? Mackenzie?
Lead.
That's correct. Okay, identify the ancient civilizations that established these cities. Memphis.
Athenians.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. The correct answer was Egypt. What word means a blood clot on a healing wound? Alex?
Scab.
That's correct. Okay, there's a define and spell. Define and spell momentous. Okay, the correct answer was that it means very important, and it's spelled M-O-M-E-N-T-O-U-S. Okay, a common strategy of an employer in dealing with a strike is to hire new employees to weaken the morale of the strikers. These new employees are called what? Madison?
Strike breakers.
That's correct. Okay, answer the following questions pertaining to the letter combination AE. What body of water is bounded on the north and west by Greece and on the east by Turkey?
Aegean Sea.
That's correct. What kind of tossed salad is made with romaine, garlic, anchovies, and croutons?
Caesar.
That's correct. What lame Greek god manufactured the aegis, a shield which symbolized the god's special powers?
Hephaestus.
That's correct. And what Roman magistrate was responsible for maintaining public works and judging minor offenses? The correct answer was Edo. Okay. From an external point outside a circle, how many tangents can be drawn? Bailey?
2.
That's correct. Okay, these are about parts. What Australian state is not part of the Australian mainland?
Tasmania.
That's correct. How many large islands make up Japan?
3.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Correct answer was 4. Okay, the Curies are well known for their scientific work in the area of radioactivity. She was named Marie. What was her partner's name? Aaron?
Albert.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? And the correct answer was Pierre. Pitcairn Island is between Tahiti and Eastern Island. It belongs to what country? Aaron?
The UK.
That's correct. Okay, and these starts with D. The dialogue of a story is the written conversation of the characters. How do you spell dialogue?
Dialogue.
That's correct. What is the title of the moving memoir of a courageous 16-year-old in the last year of his life, written by his father, John Gunther? And the correct answer was Death Be Not Proud. McKinley's Cantor Pulitzer Prize-winning novel Andersonville took place in what type of Civil War setting? Mackenzie?
A prison. A war prison.
Judges? Oh, that's correct. Okay, these are about the letter X. Which Saint Francis was a missionary in India and Japan?
The 10th.
Sorry, that's incorrect. The correct answer was Xavier. Okay, give the past perfect tense passive voice of the verb see. Bailey?
Saw.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Madison?
Had seen.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer is had been seen. Situated at the celestial North Pole, Polaris is the brightest star of the constellation known as the Little Dipper. Give me the technical astronomical name for the Little Dipper. Alex?
Ursa Minor.
That's correct. These are about the year 1950. Who was the President of the United States in 1950?
Eisenhower.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Correct answer was Truman. Okay, by what name do we call the crime of the breach of allegiance a person owes to the state under whose protection he lives? Joe?
Treason.
That's correct. These are about the letter Y. What Native Americans were natives of Arizona? Hint, a city between Tucson and San Diego bears their name. The correct answer was Yuma. For whom is the title Prince of Wales reserved? Aaron?
The Queen's consort.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? And the correct answer was the eldest son of the English monarch. Okay, untrue or unverified reports that are informally communicated from person to person are called what? Madison?
Hearsay.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Aaron?
Gossip.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. The answer we were looking for was rumors. That's all we have for our second round. We'll be right back with some updated scores. All right, welcome back. So far we've got Standish with a score of 160 and Rogers City with a score of 120. Our next round is the 60-second round, but before we start that, here are the rules.
This is our 60-second round. The team with the lowest score selects from one of the 4 categories of 10 questions. The team that has 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. Any missed questions will then be answered by the opposing team. An additional 20-point bonus is awarded for answering all 10 questions correctly.
And we're also joined by alternate Mary Braggy on Rogers City's side. And we're starting with Rogers City. They've chose the category Geography. I'll name 2 places, and you tell me which cardinal direction you must travel to get from one place to the other. Mexico City to Port-au-Prince.
East.
That's correct. Birmingham, Alabama to Atlanta, Georgia.
East.
That's correct. Budapest to Warsaw.
West. North.
That's correct. Dallas to Bermuda.
East.
That's correct. Columbus, Ohio to Columbus, Georgia.
South.
That's correct. Rome to Madrid.
West.
That's correct. Oslo to Helsinki.
East.
That's correct. Kiev to St. Petersburg.
North.
That's correct. Medellin to Lima.
North.
Sorry, that's incorrect. And Honolulu to Manila.
West.
That's correct. And Standish, Medellin to Lima.
South.
That's correct. And we'll go to Rogers City, who's chosen the category double play. Give me these expressions in the field of sports and recreation containing the word double. 2 for the price of 1 at the movies.
What? Pass.
Okay. Betting on 2 winners in horse racing.
Pass.
2 games played consecutively.
Doubleheader.
That's correct. Go for broke.
Double or nothing.
That's correct. Playing a bridge hand open.
Double up.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Mistake in photography.
Pass.
Illegal play in basketball.
Double dribble.
That's correct. Poor tennis serve.
Double bounce.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Variation of the Statue of Liberty play.
Pass.
And putting 2 baseball players out at one time.
Pass.
Okay. And Rogers City, 2 for the price of 1 at the movies.
Double admission.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Betting on 2 winners in horse racing.
Double down.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Playing a bridge hand open.
Pass.
Okay. Mistake in photography.
Double take.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Poor tennis serve.
This is double. No, they already said that.
Pass.
Pass.
Variation of the Statue of Liberty play.
Double freedom.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. And putting 2 baseball players out at one time.
Double switch.
Sorry, that's incorrect. That's all we have for our 60-second round. We'll be right back with some updated scores. Hey, welcome back. So far, our scores are Standish with 200 and Rogers City with 210. Our next round is the toss-up round, just like the first round, so we'll go ahead and get started. What are members of the Church of England called? Aaron?
Anglicans.
That's correct. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the French consume more wine per day per person than any other country in the world. What are the greatest... Bailey?
I didn't mean it.
Which are the greatest freshwater drinkers? Yeah, you guys already buzzed in. So Standish. Jonathan?
Spain.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Correct answer was the United States. Generally, in baseball, lefties are limited to the positions of pitcher, first base, center field, and what else? Alex?
Left field.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Mackenzie?
Third base.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was right field. Your French friend says, J'ai 19 ans. How old is he? Joe?
19.
That's correct. What term is used for the cause or reason for a person's behavior in committing a crime? Madison?
Motive.
That's correct. What is the business of distributing a product to people who want it called? Aaron?
Logistics.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Madison?
Customer service.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was marketing. Here's one of the most commonly mispronounced words according to Ripley's Believe It or Not. Give me the exact pronunciation of the word. It is spelled Gondola. Bailey?
Gondola?
That's correct. Mary Cassatt hated conventional art, so she turned to which shocking 19th century Parisian style? Mackenzie?
Impressionism.
That's correct. Is carbohydrate stored in the muscles as starch, fructose, glycogen, or nucleotides? Alex?
Nucleotides.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Mackenzie?
Starch.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was glycogens. A branching into 2 parts is called dichotomy. How do you spell dichotomy? Aaron?
Dichotomy.
That's correct. The flame test of potassium gives off what color? Alex?
Red.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Joe?
Blue.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was violet. Which of these countries lies at the intersection of the Tropic of Cancer and the Prime Meridian? Angola, Algeria, China, India, or Cambodia? Alex?
Is it Angola?
Sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Madison?
Algeria.
That's correct. In which part of the United States did Congress abolish slavery on April 16, 1862? Bailey?
The South?
Sorry, that's incorrect. Joe?
States in rebellion against the Union.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was Washington, D.C. What is the name of this very well-known insect from the family Formicidae? It is the source of formic acid. Madison?
Ants.
That's correct. If the numbers 1 to 14 are in a hat, what is the chance of drawing a prime number in one draw? Madison?
3/7.
Judges? Okay, that's correct. The underground ceremonial rooms used by cliff dwellers for secret social and religious purposes are called what? Aaron?
Catacombs.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Standish? Madison?
Caverns.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was kivas. What is the grammatical function of the word friend in the following sentence? He was the best friend I ever had. Alex?
Noun.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Madison?
Direct object.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. Answer we were looking for was predicate noun or predicate nominative. Of Thomas Jefferson, Patrick Henry, John Hancock, James Madison, and Benjamin Franklin, which founding father opposed the ratification of the Constitution because he felt it did not protect individual liberties? The correct answer was Patrick Henry. A polyphage eats a variety of food. What does a hippophage eat? Bailey?
One certain type of food?
Sorry, that's incorrect. Madison?
Nothing.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was horses. Okay, there is a moss which is not really moss, but partly decayed plant matter often used for gardening. In some countries, it's used for fuel. What's it called? Alex?
Peat moss.
That's correct. And that's all we have for our final round. We'll be right back with the final scores. Okay, welcome back. Our final scores are Standish with a score of 260 and Rogers City with a score of 250. So congratulations today to our winners from Standish. Join us next week when we'll have Fairview versus Rogers City. And I'll leave you with a quote from Carl Jung: "Knowledge lies not in truth alone, but in error also. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's why they put the Lily erasers on pencils." Have a nice day.